All right, turning now to the race for the White House. The very crowded field of Republican presidential hopefuls just got a little bigger as two more candidates entered the race today. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum kicked off his campaign in Fargo earlier. The former tech CEO is the second sitting governor to enter the race after Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. But over in Iowa, former Vice President Mike Pence became the first VP in modern history to run against his old boss and running mate. And he did so in a big way, saying Donald Trump was unfit to be president and going further than he has ever done so publicly about what Trump asked of him on January 6th.
But the American people deserve to know that on that day, President Trump also demanded that I choose between him and the Constitution. Now voters will be faced with the same choice. I chose the Constitution.
Pence is the first Republican candidate to directly address the riot at the Capitol on January 6th. He is the only one with firsthand knowledge of what happened that day. NewsNation's Kellie Meyer is live in Iowa and was at the rally where Pence made that speech today. What was the reaction there, Kellie?
Hey, Elizabeth. Well, it was unlike we've heard him before, as you said, and the room was completely silent when he delivered this part of the speech. It really painted a picture of what happened between the two former running mates and how it shaped his reason to run.
Two governors, one current and one former, entering the race for the 2024 Republican nomination.
That's why today, before God and my family, I'm announcing that I'm running for president of the United States of America.
Former Vice President Mike Pence with a little more name recognition than the other. But Pence is looking to break away from what many voters know him as, former President Donald Trump's right-hand man.
Most Americans know me from my last assignment in the White House.
Pence going into detail unlike ever before on what happened behind the scenes of that assignment, revealing what Pence says Trump said to him before Pence certified the results of the 2020 election.
Anyone who puts themselves over the Constitution should never be president of the United States.
Pence says he's running to make the Republican Party the party of the Constitution again. Pence portraying himself as a Ronald Reagan conservative, tough on national security, fiscally responsible, and above all, loyal to his faith and his family.
The American people have always been great. We just need government as good as our people.
This as another Republican enters the race, Doug Burgum, the relatively unknown North Dakota governor. Introducing himself to the country in this launch video, sharing his personal story, losing his father as a freshman in high school, working as a shoe shine and chimney sweep, paying his way through school, and building a billion-dollar software company. Burgum today sharing why he wants to run.
And if you believe that the economy, energy, and national security are critical to our nation's future, remember, that's why I'm running for president.
Now Pence wasting no time launching his presidential advertising, placing a $190,000 ad buy right here in the state of Iowa. That starts tomorrow.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.